Welcome to the Fatal Attraction Podcast. Our return is getting closer, and before we kick off a brand new season, we're revisiting another story that continues to spark conversation long after the episode ends. Thank you for spending part of your summer with us and for being part of the Fatal Attraction Podcast community. We can't wait to share what's ahead. Now, here's Fatal Attraction. In Memphis, Tennessee, a beloved 30-year-old woman captivated everyone with her warm heart, talent, and infectious personality. From a close-knit family, she infuses joy into the lives of all who cross her path. But one day, tragedy strikes suddenly, leaving a community reeling and grappling for answers. What happens when love becomes fatal? This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast with Her Final Fight.
July 21st, 2018. It's nearing midnight in Memphis, Tennessee, one of the South's most iconic cities.
Memphis is a majority black city with a certain kind of flavor, a certain kind of style.
We have our blues, we have our hip hop, and we just have a love for one another.
The people here are nice and friendly. Southern hospitality does mean something here.
But tonight, the city's harmony is broken when gunshots ring out in the North Side neighborhood of Frazier.
Memphis Dispatch started getting multiple calls about shots being fired in the area.
Frazier is not far from downtown.
Memphis police race to the scene where they find a man lying unconscious in the middle of the road.
They approach him and they realize he has been shot several times.
As a second officer approaches, they make another shocking discovery.
They found a woman who'd also been shot. Do you know who she is? Okay.
The woman identifies the second victim as Natasha Gibbs.
She is laying there on the ground with her life seeping away from her.
Someone had shot her in her head.
It just didn't make sense.
A native of Memphis, Tennessee, 30-year-old Natasha Gibbs always put her family first.
We've come from a big family. It's 10 of us. And with cousins, my grandmother kids, it's like all of us as one.
We always grew up around each other all the time. We would always be there together.
And Natasha always knew how to keep her family smiling.
You could be down and out. She gonna say something to make you laugh. She was a very, very, very funny person. She always spoke to her mind.
She always cracking jokes. She's gonna brighten your day up. She's just who she was.
She was young, but she had an older spirit. She was just the big mama in the family. All Tasha's sisters and brothers, when they get mad or if they don't have anywhere to go, Tasha's house is the house.
Whoever come over, she gonna make sure that you good. So she just loved to help, doing your hair or cooking for you or telling you jokes. That's her way to connect with you.
She loved doing hair. She beat like, y'all come on, I'm finna go and do y'all hair.
She'd braid your hair, and she was really, really good at it.
So much so that she turned it into a career.
She got a job at a local beauty shop and quickly grew her client base.
It was just something that she just enjoyed doing.
But as much time as Natasha spent on other people, she didn't want to neglect her own future.
Coming from a large family, she always knew she wanted a family of her own.
Family meant a whole lot to her, whole lot.
Yet the person she chose to do it with came as a surprise.
Tasha?
Marquise.
Wow, I can't believe it's you.
His name was Marquise Gibbs.
We all grew up together.
Distantly related through marriage, Marquise and Natasha had known each other since they were young.
We were just like family.
There was no blood relation, just a strong family connection.
8 years her senior. Marquise had left town when Natasha was still in grade school.
I've grown up since the last time I seen you.
Can't be a baby forever.
Yeah, that's true.
The two immediately felt a connection.
He was handsome and charming.
He was a good guy.
And as for Marquise, he admired Natasha's resilience.
She's a very strong person.
When Natasha wanted something, nothing can hold her back.
So, could I take you out sometime?
Yeah, sure. I like that.
How about Saturday?
Okay.
It's a date then. Good to see you.
And it didn't take long for the couple to become serious.
She loved it. She wanted to marry this guy.
She literally made sure that he saw the love that he probably never experienced before. She was trying to build a home for them.
And in March of 2015, Natasha and Marquise decided to take the next step.
She told me that she was going to get married. She was thinking about it, but she never said it was official. Then they went to the courthouse and got married.
They was looking forward to starting a family together.
But instead of enjoying a blissful honeymoon, the newlyweds were forced to confront a tragedy.
One of Natasha's older sisters was killed unexpectedly.
She died in a car accident. 18-wheeler hit him from behind.
She left behind 2 young boys, and Natasha was determined to do whatever she could to help.
She took in her sister's kids. She didn't hesitate. She did what needed to be done to make sure that they weren't going to be separated.
Although it wasn't how she imagined it, Natasha had the family she'd always wanted.
She made sure they were doing great in school, just gave them a home.
She took good care of them. She made sure they had everything they needed.
But then, tragedy struck the family once again.
A few years later, Natasha lost another sibling, an older brother, to gun violence.
That really tore her up.
And through it all, she was thankful to have a man like Marquise by her side.
She just felt like he was like the best thing that ever happened to her.
He gave her the strength that she needed to carry on.
He was such a good husband.
But now, Natasha has been gunned down outside of her North Memphis home.
You know who she is? Okay.
Natasha,
Okay. Babe, do you need medical assistance?
No, where's that video?
Okay, I need you to go back inside right now. It's a crime scene. I need you to go back inside the residence.
Natasha and her good friend Iziel Jones had both been shot multiple times.
There was no sign of the shooter at the scene. But Natasha's mother-in-law was inside the home with her 2 nephews, and thankfully, everyone was safe.
As paramedics arrive to continue aid, they realize it may already be too late.
They weren't able to find a pulse.
Both had gunshot wounds to the back of the head.
Natasha had only been shot once, but Iziel had been hit multiple times.
He's been run over by the car.
My daughter was laying on the porch.
My sister, she was dead.
Stay tuned as this tragic story continues to unfold. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
"30-year-old Natasha Gibbs was building a life she loved in spite of the hardship she'd suffered.
She suffered and she came through all of it, still herself.
She was a fighter.
But now, police have found Natasha shot to death outside her North Memphis home, alongside a man named Iziel Jones.
Iziel was the best friend of Natasha's older brother, Corey Evans, who'd also been killed in a shooting just 6 months earlier.
Iziel had been a part of Natasha's family since they were children.
He actually stayed with us until he got older.
He just migrated into the family.
Iziel was her godbrother. For Tasha, This was a man who was a protector for her. Anytime anything went wrong, he was the one that she called on. He made her feel secure.
While Natasha's mother-in-law begins contacting the rest of the family to let them know what's happened, homicide detectives arrive and start to search the scene for clues.
We look for any type of evidence such as footprints, casings, blood trajectory.
There were no bullet casings found at the scene, suggesting the murder weapon was likely a revolver.
One of the first things detectives notice is the placement of the bodies.
Natasha was at the porch. Isaiah was in the street. Was this an argument that came from inside to outside, or was someone outside waiting for them?
Judging by the trajectory of the bullets, detectives suspect the shooter was in the street when they opened fire, which raises another possibility.
Memphis is known for drive-by shootings. It is a place you need to be wary in.
Gangs are still large and prevalent over in the Raleigh-Frazier area.
You don't go over there at nighttime. It is a very crime-ridden area.
But the severity of their injuries suggests they were targeted.
Natasha had only been shot once, but Isiel was hit multiple times.
But that's not the worst of his injuries.
Not only was he shot, he was run over.
It was overkill. Maybe Isaiah was the primary target, and Natasha was just collateral damage.
To find out more, detectives start by talking to her next-door neighbor, who'd been watching the scene since they'd arrived.
Detectives want to talk to neighbors and get an idea of what happened.
I was inside my house watching TV. Looked out my window. I just wanted to see what was going on.
She'd seen an SUV peeling out into the street in front of Natasha's house.
And what time was this?
11:15.
She's also able to fill the detectives in on some of the details of Natasha's life.
She didn't know Isiel, but she and Natasha were friends.
Can you tell us who all lives in the house?
Yeah, I can. It was Natasha, her two little nephews, and her husband, Marquise.
Marquise was not on the scene, and officers were wondering if Marquise was another victim that we had to locate or a suspect.
But before they can go looking for Natasha's husband, the rest of her family begins to show up at the scene.
I get down there, everything was blocked off. They told me the girl had got shot down there. I said, what you mean I got shot?
All I can tell you is there's two victims, okay? All right, there's been a shooting.
Who's that?
They wouldn't let us get close to the house. Marquise's mom, she was there. They wouldn't let her out. The baby cousins, they wouldn't let them out.
Then, amid the chaos, Natasha's father spots something that stops him in his tracks.
I see my daughter laying on the porch.
You can kind of see that they did have her covered.
They wouldn't let me go up there. Tell my baby girl. Well, to leave me like that, it just hurt me.
The news of Isiel's death is just as devastating.
I did consider him family because he would always be around.
Isaiah was like my brother.
This is a moment that no one could have imagined happening. And at that moment, no one knew who could have done this.
It's a tragedy. It's just incomprehensible.
When detectives speak to Natasha's father, he says his daughter had gotten together with Isiel that night to plan a party.
They was having a birthday party for my brother who recently got killed 6 months before her.
We were gonna have like a little celebration for him, a celebration of life for him.
The last time you saw your daughter, sir, did everything seem normal?
Honestly, it seems like something was bothering her.
The day it happened, she was feeling real kind of down and out, and I didn't know what was wrong with her.
He said she was not really being herself. She was kind of standoffish.
To touch what's wrong with you, she wouldn't talk to me.
You don't have any idea what the problem was?
No, I think it may have had something to do with the divorce.
Natasha's father tells detectives his daughter is going through an ugly divorce.
Marquise and Natasha were breaking up.
They arguing had gotten intense.
Marquise had moved out of the home.
Stay with us as we delve deeper into the mystery. Don't miss what lies ahead. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
In the wake of a double homicide in North Memphis, Tennessee, detectives are working quickly to identify a suspect.
When the Memphis Police Department first got to that crime scene, there wasn't a lot of evidence.
You still have a lot of gang violence in that area.
We have to keep all avenues open.
But now, the father of one of the victims, Natasha Gibbs, has told police that his daughter was in the process of separating from her husband, Marquise.
They were doing a lot of arguing. Plus, man, y'all can't get along. Y'all want y'all to just go your separate ways.
They had agreed upon a consensual separation.
She was telling me he was supposed to be getting his stuff. He was supposed to be leaving.
However, Natasha's father is adamant that Marquise isn't capable of doing anything like this.
I never thought in the world that Marquise would do some crazy stuff. He was a respectable guy. I really trusted him a whole lot.
I just couldn't see that he would do something to hurt her in no type of way.
But detectives aren't as confident.
The number one suspect is going to be the spouse. That's who they look at first.
So first thing the next morning, they contact Marquise, who willingly comes down to the station for an interview.
They want to get more information about him, his whereabouts, who he was.
Thank you for coming and talking to us, Mr. Gibbs. We just have a few questions.
I just can't believe this. And that's my wife, man.
He seemed genuinely upset. He said even with everything going on between them, of course he still had feelings for Natasha.
He's more than cooperative. He's giving as much information as possible.
He said he grew up around Izeal too. They were like brothers.
When police ask Marquise where he was the night before, he's quick to offer an alibi.
Yeah, I've been staying with a friend in Whitehaven since we split up.
Is that where you were last night?
Yeah.
He said they stayed up late playing video games and went to bed around midnight. And if that's true, there's no way he could have committed this crime.
However, he may have another starting point for the detectives.
He told them they should look into Izeal's past and criminal connections.
Now, Izeal, he's been getting in trouble ever since I known him.
What sort of trouble?
Guns, drugs, you name it.
If this was gang affiliated, if this was a retaliation, a crime, or a hit, you have to check those boxes.
But before they wrap up their conversation, Marquise has one more tip for detectives.
I don't know if this is anything, but I'm pretty sure Tasha was seeing another guy.
He said he'd seen posts on her social media that indicated Natasha may have been talking to other men.
If that's the case, it opened up a whole new slew of suspects for the detectives.
I appreciate you coming down.
After the interview, detectives get to work following up on Marquise's claims.
Their first call was to a friend he had been staying with. He confirmed that Marquise was with him. So essentially, he ruled him out.
Next, detectives file subpoenas for Natasha's phone records.
They wanted to get a better look at her personal life, see who she had talked to, and if she was possibly dating someone new.
They were planning to get a little bit more information to find out where she was in her head, what was going on.
While they wait for the records to come in, detectives start digging into Izeal's past.
They are thinking Izeal Jones may have had something come from his past because not only was he shot, he was run over.
A background check reveals that Marquise wasn't lying about Izeal's criminal history.
Well, Izeal had a rap sheet a mile long. Drugs, robbery, weapons. He spent years of his life behind bars.
But what stands out most to detectives is a case that Izeal didn't serve time for.
Years earlier, Izeal was investigated in connection to a gang-related murder in South Memphis.
The case file showed that Izeal went with a group of men to get revenge on someone who had shot at them, and it turned into a shootout at an apartment complex parking lot.
The shooters and their target all managed to escape unharmed, but they left a tragedy in their wake.
A stray bullet killed an 11-year-old boy who was playing on a playground nearby.
However, in the aftermath of the shooting, Izeel Jones went straight to the police.
He was like, look, I was just with these guys. I didn't know what was getting ready to go on, and I didn't shoot anybody.
Izeel was never charged, and his cooperation helped bring 3 other suspects to justice.
Each of the shooters was found guilty, and for Izeel, it was a wake-up call. But had it left a target on his back?
Obviously, you have to look at Izeel's background to see if there's a connection or if this was gang-affiliated. Was it retaliation?
Vengeance has a way of messing with a lot of people.
But detectives quickly run into a roadblock.
All the men who were convicted in that shooting were still in prison, so there's no way that they could have killed Izeel themselves.
They also pulled copies of the convicts' recent communications, but there was no evidence that they had recruited anybody from the outside to take revenge.
Detectives are no closer to identifying a suspect.
It was a dead end.
At that point, they didn't have any other suspects on their radar.
But that all changes when they receive an unexpected call.
A man contacted detectives saying he had information about the murder. He wouldn't give his name, but he told them Natasha was keeping a secret.
Marquise was right.
She's been flirting with other people.
But the caller claims that one of Natasha's relationships had gotten serious.
The question remains, who is this man?
Stay tuned for more of the Fatal Attraction podcast.
After the investigation into the murders of Natasha Gibbs and Izeel Jones had come to a standstill, Memphis detectives have just gotten a new lead from an anonymous caller.
Natasha had been flirting with other people, so they're not sure if this could have been a crime of passion.
But the caller can't or won't give them a name.
He claimed he didn't know a whole lot about the boyfriend.
People do be reluctant to get involved in police issues. You know, they have the saying, snitches get stitches.
He said that all he knows is that on the streets, the guy went by the nickname of Ace.
Thank you.
It isn't much for the investigators to work with.
They go in and they try to get more information pinpointing this young man.
But in a city like Memphis, it's a needle in a haystack.
We're centrally located. You got Arkansas, you got Mississippi, you got Missouri, you got Kentucky, you got Georgia, you got all these different places that touch Memphis.
But detectives are hopeful when Natasha's phone records come in.
They looked through her recent calls and texts, and they realized nobody unusual was listed there. Nobody named Ace.
So they reach out to her family.
We did not know his role. There's always the option that they're either a suspect or a witness.
They start asking questions of the family, trying to get a little bit more information.
But none of them recognizes the name Ace either.
They said if she was seeing anyone, they didn't know about it.
And according to her sister Sharonda, Natasha may have been nervous to start dating with Marquise still in the picture.
When the police spoke to Natasha's father, he didn't know the issues that was going on with his daughter's marriage. But Natasha's sister gave them a clear picture of what was really going on.
He didn't like her hanging out with anybody without him there.
He was jealous, very jealous at what she was doing, who she was speaking to.
He was just that jealous type of person. Around certain people, he don't show it, but the people that be around all the time, they saw it.
But Sharonda says it hadn't always been that way.
In the beginning, they had the perfect marriage.
To be honest, I was jealous of what they had going on.
It was passion. It was emotion.
They loved each other.
But over time, stress and bitterness started to take a toll.
After Natasha's sister died and they took in her nephews, they were under a lot of pressure.
Once someone goes through all of these traumas, the family is never the same.
When you do not allow yourself to deal with whatever you're dealing with, it's going to deal with you.
And it started to bring out a different side of Natasha's husband.
They would have arguments.
Marquise started drinking, that's when the skeleton come out the closet.
What sort of things were they fighting about?
Just how controlling he was. He was always taking her phone and looking at her social media.
For the investigators, it's a story they've heard many times before.
Social media is one big thing that brings down a lot of relationships.
When we go looking for things or we stalk their social media pages, it helps create a narrative in our minds that might not even be real.
Eventually, Marquise started openly accusing Natasha of cheating on him.
Put hearts on people pictures?
That's my friend from high school. Why are you going through my phone?
Friend from high school? I don't care who it is. Why are you putting hearts under his picture?
He was accusing her of a guy that she used to date way back in the days.
It didn't even make sense because that guy was doing time.
He has life in jail, so I don't, know how that would even work out.
And the arguments only escalated.
Every couple is gonna have a disagreement, but he was threatening her.
I got something.
Why are you going through my stuff?
I got something for you.
He busted all her windows at her car. And that really made my antennas go all the way up.
Had Marquise's jealous rage driven him to commit murder?
Something was going on in their relationship, and things weren't right.
Natasha just was not acting like herself.
It's like my sister was tired.
Never mind having children, never mind trying to build this relationship. When it's not good, it's time to go.
With her family's support, Natasha finally asked Marquise to leave.
She told him she was done with him, and he ended up moving out.
But while Natasha was trying to move on, Marquise refused to accept that their marriage was over.
He's trying to get back together.
He had been calling her and showing up at the house unannounced.
Still, her family wasn't convinced Marquise could be responsible. Until her sister saw a shocking post on Natasha's social media.
I was on Facebook just scrolling, and my sister had just made a post on Facebook days before.
What Natasha wrote sent a chill down her spine.
She said, if something happened to me, my husband did it.
Stay tuned as this tragic story continues to unfold. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
Detectives have just learned that in the months before she was killed, Natasha Gibbs' relationship with her husband Marquise had devolved into hatred and jealousy.
He started accusing her of sleeping with other men.
He broke the windows out of her car.
Detectives had crossed Marquise's name off their suspect list early in the investigation. But now they're not so sure after hearing about a recent social media post made by Natasha.
It said if something happens to me, my husband did it.
Can you send that to us?
Yeah, of course.
All right, Sharonda, thank you. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
They're beginning to put pieces together, and they're realizing that the culprit could have been Marquise after all.
They become even more convinced when they try to bring Marquise in for a second round of questioning.
They're trying to reach him. They're trying to call him.
Marquise wasn't answering his phone.
Now it's a question about his whereabouts. Where could he be?
Detectives decide to head to the address where Marquise had been staying with his friend.
Marquise wasn't there, but they did get to speak to the friend that he had been living with, and he was a little less than forthcoming.
I haven't seen him since yesterday.
You don't have any idea where he's at?
Nope.
It's a case of, I'm not going to get involved with that. Mind your own business.
do realize you can be charged.
But when the detectives threaten him with a charge of accessory to murder, Marquise's friend starts to change his attitude.
All right, look. Honestly, I don't know where he's at. Some of that stuff I told you earlier, it's not true.
What stuff are you talking about?
Now, before, when the cops contacted the roommate, he had told them that Marquise had been with him all night the night of the murder.
Now, he says that was a lie.
Look, he got here at like 1 o'clock, maybe 2 in the morning. And he told me that if anybody asks, he's covered for him.
That completely blew Marquise's alibi. That meant that he didn't get home until hours after the shooting.
Detectives are certain Marquise is the suspect they've been looking for.
You start to kind of put all of these little pieces to the puzzle together, and ultimately they put that puzzle together pretty quickly.
But there's one more obstacle standing in their way.
They couldn't locate him.
Memphis police devote numerous resources to tracking Marquise down.
Technology is really a game changer. You're tracking credit cards, tracking cell phones, cell towers.
Detectives tried tracking his phone, but it had been turned off the day after the shooting.
Where could he be? There's a greater possibility that he could be on the run.
You had a killer on the loose who was believed to be armed and dangerous.
And detectives missed their opportunity to catch Natasha's killer.
You could travel anywhere in the continental United States on a relatively short period of time from Memphis because it's so centrally located.
We don't know. You could try to go to Canada or what the plan was.
But it's not long before detectives catch the break they've been waiting for.
Detective Martin.
Police in Milwaukee contacts the police to let them know that Marquise is there.
A hotel manager was trying to have a man thrown out because he had been causing disturbances. And when the police arrived, they ran a check on the guest's name.
That's when they saw he was wanted in Tennessee.
Thank you very much.
The Milwaukee police react immediately.
Armed officers quickly descend on the hotel where Marquise is staying.
They not only have the police, they also have the FBI that are involved. They have their tactical squad that becomes involved as well.
And when the moment is right, they make their move.
They made their presence known. There was a standoff for like 20 minutes before Marquise realized there was no way out, and he finally turned himself in.
When the arrest is broadcast on the news, it's a moment of celebration for Natasha and Izeal's loved ones.
We saw it on TV. We were watching on TV once they got him caught.
I was extremely happy, relieved at that point.
Once they have him in custody, he is extradited straight to Memphis.
But when detectives sit down to interrogate Marquise, it doesn't go as expected.
Marquise explains to the police that his intention was not to go to the house to hurt anyone.
He said it was Izeal that started shooting.
He was trying to plead self-defense.
Don't miss what lies ahead. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
After police discovered him in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Marquise Gibbs has been arrested for the murders of his wife, Natasha, and her godbrother, Izeal Jones.
Them catching him, it was a relief.
As Marquise is being brought back into Memphis, police begin to question some of his motives, the purpose of why any of this may have happened.
And now under interrogation, Marquise has confessed to firing the fatal shots. But he claims the shooting wasn't murder. It was self-defense.
He tells police that there was no intention of killing anyone or hurting anyone by any means. He went over there to work things out.
Man, I know he ain't here.
I just want to talk to my wife, that's it.
But when he arrived, Marquise says Izeal was there with Natasha.
You got all in my face telling me I can't see my own wife?
The argument quickly got out of hand.
Man, she don't want you here. She don't want you in her life.
I don't care if she don't want me here. I don't care.
According to Marquise, Izeal was the first to draw a weapon.
As he confronted him about everything that was going on, Izeal pulls out a gun.
Whoa, man, what are you doing? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He too pulls out a gun because he's trying to protect himself.
When Izeal opened fire, Marquise shot back.
Izeal basically ends up shooting, and he ducks and he tries to hit Izeal.
But in the process, he hit Natasha.
I never meant to hurt Natasha. I never wanted any of this.
He said Izeal was the one who started the gunfight. Izeal was the one to blame.
He said he's protecting himself. That's how Izeal gets shot, as well as his wife.
After the dust had settled, Marquise says he panicked.
He thought I done something wrong and they are coming for me. That's why he fled.
He stated that he left because he knew that nobody would believe him.
But detectives know he's still lying.
The police lets him know that they know better.
Both of those killings involve gunshot wounds to the back of the head. So that would indicate that it wasn't any type of self-defense involved.
There's also no evidence Izeal ever fired a weapon.
There would have been other bullets. There would have been another gun.
His lies couldn't hold up because of the evidence.
At this point, Marquise backs up and he says he wants a lawyer.
Even without a full confession from their suspect, detectives now believe they have a clear picture of what really happened that night.
Marquise was upset about the state of his marriage. He was upset that Natasha was talking to other guys.
All of that rage and anger and feeling as if he's been played or being used had built up inside him.
And when he saw Izeal with Natasha, it pushed Marquise to his breaking point.
He doesn't feel comfortable in the idea that there's another man who's making my wife comfortable and protecting her from me.
He perceived that in his twisted mind as evidence they must be going together.
The jealousy, the anger, the rage, the love, those feelings and emotions erupt into a situation where it became fatal.
He snapped.
Hey, man, what you doing with my wife, man?
We just hanging out, man. We just chilling.
Izeal tried to talk Marquise off the ledge, but he refused to back down.
Marquise just exploded.
He was in the grip of rage.
He shot Izeal in the head. Then he shot Natasha.
After he did what he did, he jumped in his vehicle and ran over Mr. Jones' lifeless body that was laying in the street.
Stand up.
Charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, Marquise Gibbs now faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison.
He had already admitted to shooting Izeal and Natasha, so there was only one question the jury had to consider: whether or not it was self-defense.
With so much evidence stacked against him, Marquise doesn't like his chances.
This was not just some spontaneous act. The fact that he did bring his weapon with him, and for him to flee the state like that is an indication that he knew what he had done was wrong, was dead wrong. There's nothing that would exonerate or excuse his actions on that day.
So in the end, he decides to cut a deal.
The prosecutors agreed to reduce the charges to second-degree murder.
Mr. Gibbs received a plea bargain that involved him being sentenced to 35 years in the penitentiary.
For the families of his victims, It's not long enough.
I was in court the day it happened. I looked at him, he wouldn't say nothing. He told his family that he was sorry for what they put us to, but we wasn't good with that at all.
To this day, I'm not happy with him being in jail. I want to see him in the grave.
But no matter what happens to Marquise, nothing can reverse the damage he's already done.
He should never be able to walk the face of earth ever again. Not only did he take her, he took her soul, he took her spirit, he took her everything.
Tasha was a blessing to everybody. That was a part of my heart. I miss her very much.
In today's world, especially in the age of social media, our perception of reality has changed significantly. It is essential to remember that true partnerships and love should not hurt. Tragically, Natasha Gibbs, a beloved aunt, daughter, family member, and friend, was taken from us far too soon. This painful loss serves as a stark reminder that the illusions portrayed on social media are just that, illusions. And violence is never the answer. The warmth of Natasha's spirit will be missed by all whose lives she touched, serving as a constant reminder of the love and joy she shared so freely. Before we go, we have something new to share. If you're drawn to the stories we tell on the Fatal Attraction podcast, get ready for our newest podcast, I'd Kill to Be You. We'll have more details to share soon, but trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Be sure to follow the Fatal Attraction podcast so you'll be among the first to know when I'd Kill to Be You premieres.